What's a soulmate?
It's well, it's like a best friend, but more.
Hey, there ain't a return policy, motherfucker. We don't want you. You can go over there, sir, and stay. And I come hoping that like hell they enjoy you. Because we sure as fuck don't want you on our side. Okay? That's all.
Some things are better left unsaid. But you know me, I'm gonna say them anyway.
That's the way I like it. That's the way I like it. That's the way.
Not me just posting about my family and he happens to be black and that's a trigger for you. And yes, I do respond to hate comments as well, because I believe there's far too much hate just being allowed to just infiltrate the For You page on TikTok, that I'm going to try and get some love and some education and some truth across to try and interrupt this narrative that's just spewing hate and splitting, you know, different ethnicities apart. But yes, my husband is black. I'm sorry that's an issue for you. Bless ya.
Are you pressed? Are you mad? Are you upset? Are you sad? Give me a big, let me give you a hug. Cause you act like nobody shows you love.
In what way exactly? Responding to this comment, because I can satisfy you in every way.
Nobody cares. Y'all ain't hurting nobody but black women. Sorry. If you put y'all there, that's the accent that's gonna come out. Sorry. Good job. You took a strong black man. Yes, he is strong. Thank you so much for noticing.
I'm a fat white girl and I'm dating a black man, as you can tell by this comment. This comment was fucking hilarious, so I just had to make a video because I always get comments talking about tax season and no one's ever said this.
In 6th grade, I came back from a trip from the Dominican Republic, and one of the white boys in my class told me that the only thing he hates worse than black people, I don't remember if he said black people or black men, black boys, I don't know, but the only thing he hates more than black people is a white girl who hangs out with black people.
Worrying about black dudes dating white girls might be the most racist thing we do.
You know which couples have no other choice? The obese white woman and the black guy. See, here's the thing. It used to be that the hotter the woman, the more crazy shit she could get away with. Then body positivity came around and convinced the fat ugly ones that they were hot too. It's like, yeah, I'm built like a fridge, but I'm Beyonce on the inside. And suddenly they all had mouths on them too. Except for in the real world, you still can't get away with that. And that's why the obese white woman and the black guy settle for each other. It's not progressive. They just don't have options.
Watch a racist man a chat about him have a Jamaican lady and him hate seeing white girls with black guys. No sir, you have to watch the people like him, you know. And them are the rotten apple, and them are the imposters. No problem, me don't want you to like me. Me love myself and my husband love me and my kids, my family alright. Good luck.
So I saw this post on Facebook and they're like, why do white women love black men? Are you okay? Blink twice if you need some help, honey.
It is alarming to me that it is 2021 and there are still men that do not understand the basic anatomy of a woman.
What species are we?
Mainly black guys. Black.
I definitely did not leave my ex for a black man.
What's up, guys? If you've spent some time on social media, you have probably seen some videos where interracial couples share their experiences. So while many are supportive, some leave negative comments, make assumptions, or even openly criticize the relationship. And for today, we are discussing why some white women are criticized or attacked for dating black men. I thought it would now be normal for anyone to date whoever they want, regardless of their race. However, these videos are proving that there are still so many people who are ignorant and who are very hateful and racist sometimes to interracial couples. So let's watch some videos and then we shall give our views in the comments. As always, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new here, and let's catch up.
Nobody cares. Y'all ain't hurting nobody but black women. Sorry. If you put y'all there, that's the accent that's gonna come out. Sorry. Good job. You took a strong black man. Yes, he is strong. Thank you so much for noticing. So point number 1, you don't own him. Therefore, I took him from no one. And he's a grown man who can make his own grown-ass decisions. He chose me for me, not the colour of my skin. Mind-blowing. You can choose someone because of who they are? Number 2, my actions and my life doesn't hurt anybody. If you're offended, you have chosen to take the offence. I've not given the offence. You have chosen to take it. So I suggest you look at that, because offence hurts you more than the person you're offended at. Okay, bless you. Hello there! Would you prefer I didn't post my husband at all just because of his skin colour? Or maybe I shouldn't post my mixed race child just because he's got a different skin colour to me? Well, let me tell you a story. After having survived horrific domestic violence in my life and abuse after abuse, I found the most amazing man of God. And do you know what? Yes, I'm gonna brag, because it's amazing what God did for me, and I pray God did it for you too, no matter the skin colour. Bless ya!
It is alarming to me that it is 2021 and there are still men that do not understand the basic anatomy of a woman. That tightness that you're referencing is actually determined by the pelvic floor muscles around the vagina, and those muscles either contract or relax depending on how aroused the woman is. So if you're with somebody and she feels super tight and super constricted, it's because she's not turned on. You're not doing your fucking job. If she's nice and relaxed, those muscles are going to relax, letting whatever size or whatever enter with no issues. Also, just as a side note, no size of a penis is going to change a woman's body. Babies come out of it. The vagina's fucking incredible. Seems like the only stimulation you're getting is the pumping motion from your lotion bottle. Have a great fucking day.
Racism is still alive and well. I experience it from my dating a black man. I get my DMs, do you know how many DMs I get every single day calling me, saying horrible things about my boyfriend, and just the most racist, vile things you could, and truly I feel like the reason I get the most hate I get is because I'm not dating a white guy. If I was dating a white guy, the hate I would get would be, you probably
wouldn't get any hate.
It's racism is so alive and well. So what's funny about that?
You're the type of girl who assumes that on a TikTok of me eating noodles from a Chinese restaurant that was bomb.com that I'm obsessed with black men. Newsflash! I'm obsessed with my husband, and he happens to be black. So yes, I'm obsessed with my husband, who is a black man.
Would you like a cookie?
Love you, husband.
What species are we?
Mainly black guys. Black.
Wait, what?
Well, what was that about?
Wait, hold on, stop. What do you think I asked?
I have no idea.
I think she knows. I think she was like, name the race of men that you once a week.
No,
did you think that he said, what race do you like the most? And you said you like black guys the most.
I thought that, actually.
You like black guys the most?
Yeah, I do.
Your whole entire bloodline, your grandparents in Germany, trying to resist communism, trying to resist multiculturalism, and here you are, the great-grandchild.
Okay, what species are we?
What, can you explain that a little bit more? What do you mean?
What is the name of the species that we all are? Do you know what a species is?
Yeah, but what does it mean, exactly? But I just don't understand the question.
What species are you?
I'm German. What? Can someone answer that question?
That's your what species are you?
I'm fully German.
Aren't we mammals? I don't know.
It's me for being white and liking black guys. Some of y'all really need to get through your head that it's 2020 and your ethnic group does not determine who you're allowed to date. No one should feel they have to justify why they like people outside of their ethnicity. I've always found black guys more attractive to me ever since I was a little girl. I didn't even have to think about it.
I definitely did not leave my ex for a black man. I didn't leave him for anyone. The night that I left, I didn't think that I was leaving. The night that I left, he cut me off of all financial shit and was talking mad shit about me to all my friends and all my family. And that's when I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. And then every single day since February 27th of 2024, my life has literally been hell because of the things that he's done. He's taken my daughter from me over the fact that I used to consume THC. Been with him for 7 years. I consumed it our whole relationship. He paid for it. His family consumes, my family consumes. It's never been a problem. I didn't leave him so that I could be single. I didn't leave him so that I could be free. I left him because I knew that the way that it was in our home was not okay. So there's not one comment that can hurt my feelings, because I remember that only myself, my kids, and him were the ones that lived in our home. And so at the end of the day, I know my intentions are pure and I know what went on in my home. Just because I say that I'm attracted to a tall, dark, handsome man doesn't mean that I don't have my priorities together.
In what way exactly? Responding to this comment, because I can satisfy you in every way. I know how to cook, clean, sexually, spiritually. I don't care what it is. Like, a different ethnicity has nothing to do with satisfying someone unless you're just not into them. And then why would you waste your life with someone that can't even satisfy your needs? But don't say this generalized statement that white women can't satisfy black men, because that's a lie. And there's plenty of black men out here that can attest to that. But I do understand that some people are attracted to certain things that they never fulfill their satisfaction. And that's something that you need to look into yourself for and be with someone that will satisfy all your needs. But don't tell me we can't satisfy, because we on top of our game, okay? And another thing, I just want to give y'all the rundown on your profiles. If you don't have a profile picture and you're over here talking trash, I get this a lot. You don't have a profile picture, your name is some letters or user 2349685. Like, show your face. If you want to talk, about things and have a debate about something, then build your profile. And that's the same for when you drop into my DMs, that I rarely check anyway, and you don't have a profile picture, you don't have a real name there, even if it's like mine, Sweetie Pie. At least it's something. It ain't this ASAADKB. What the fuck is that? So if you want some real engagement from somebody, then build your profile, okay? Stop hiding in the shadows over here behind a keyboard acting like you got balls.
I actually ended up dating like one of the black kids in the school.
Guys, yeah.
So that was where the trouble started with the whole...
You're a problem child. You're causing havoc in the family.
Yeah, so then I tried to shut that part down.
Yeah.
And I was just doing modeling. I dated an Afrikaans guy. And then unfortunately, this guy passed away.
Hey, sir.
And then I hit up my African friend from school.
Yeah.
And he's actually one that introduced me to like the African side of Kempton Park, because I just knew the white side.
Okay.
You know, the Glen Murray.
Yeah.
And that. So I didn't know there's like a Kempton Park CPD with the innocent Chisanyama.
Yeah.
So we started hanging out there every weekend, and that's how I got into house music. But the family was, we didn't even get invited to weddings. Like, because now my blood is dirty.
Yeah.
But then eventually it just shows you that.
Are you okay? Blink twice if you need some help, honey. The only thing that's a waste here is this cellular device you're using. Is it a track phone? Or is it a Motorola flip phone? Either way, baby, I know they highlighted these words, letting you know you did not spell them correctly. That's what's a waste. You're wasting technology. Take advantage of the technology in front of you. You're out here looking foolish because you can't form a complete sentence. You want to talk about my husband ain't good enough? Baby, we don't know what you're saying. My eyes crossed 6 times trying to read this sentence. Now, I know you can do better than this. You need to put as much forth and effort in your spelling as you do my marriage. That's what you need to do. Good Lord. I just read your other comment and you said, yeah, you got 2 businesses, one for you and the kids and one for your husband and his hoes.
enough help in the world that I can give you. I don't know what to tell you. Fix it, Jesus, immediately. I don't know. I hope things get better for you.
I'm a fat white girl and I'm dating a black man, as you can tell by this comment. This comment was fucking hilarious, so I just had to make a video because I always get comments talking about tax season and no one's ever said this. Also, in the comments to this video, people are like, oh my god, he's pumping gas with not his money. Whose money is it? Is it pretend money? Because it ain't my money. It ain't my money. So whose money is it if it's not his? And everyone's like, oh, he needs a place to stay. He needs a place to stay in the house that he bought? He needs a place to stay in the house that he bought me and his kids? That he bought? That we had to prove his income. And we went through months of like looking for houses. Like what? He doesn't need a place to stay because he bought us a house. He quite literally bought us a house. Anyways, this comment was fucking hilarious. It made me laugh, so I just had to make a video. Also, if you're gonna say, and then other comments are like, oh my god, he needs that PS5. Baby, before you do any commenting, do some research and know that he is not a PS5 guy. He is an Xbox man, okay? We have every variation of Xbox. We even have a Gears 360 Xbox. Don't play. Don't play with us. Don't insult us with a PS, okay? We are an Xbox family.
In 6th grade, I came back from a trip from the Dominican Republic, and one of the white boys in my class told me that the only thing he hates worse than black people, I don't remember if he said black people or black men, black boys, I don't know, but the only thing he hates more than black people is a white girl who hangs out with black people. Obviously, he said it in a more vulgar way, but that was the gist. 2 years later in 8th grade, when I started dating my first boyfriend, who was black and white, he told me I was a dirty highlighter. Obviously, I didn't know what that means. I'm not used to the KKK rhetoric. So I was like, what? And he told me that it's because when a yellow highlighter writes over something black, the black kind of stays on it, you know? And then no one wants to use it again. It's dirty. So he was saying that basically after dating my boyfriend, none of the white people would ever want me again. And that I was like, he called me tainted. That's the word that he used. I was tainted. Obviously, other people have made comments as well over the years, but I just remember that one boy specifically because I went to all my years of middle school with him and it was constant. Like a constant, what does that sound? An aggravating, degrading sound, something like that, in my ear all the time about me being friends with or talking to black people. I'm bringing all this up because a lot of my TikTok comments yesterday were racist for some reason, even though the video had nothing to do with race. But just for everyone that is always like, oh, it's 2025, we need to move past that, we need to move on, not focus on it. It's still happening today. Ask any black person, any person of color, they've experienced discrimination probably on like a near daily basis, especially if they post on social media. Even white people who are just, you know, friends with people of color or have dated people of color, like I have been called crazy names. That's what was happening yesterday. I was getting called all kinds of craziness, and it's constant. Like it didn't stop in 8th grade, it continued into high school, continues now, happened yesterday. So it's just like, it is not done. Like there's still so many hateful people that exist and are working jobs, are probably serving, well, we know, are serving in public roles, and they're working in public facing jobs. There are politicians, they're the people at the food stamps office, they're the people who are teaching children. Like, it's not like these people are just limited to faceless internet bots. Like, these are real people who work around and with people of color. So it's just like, there's like, sometimes, you know, you think we're making progress. I'm literally shaking because this is so upsetting. But it's like you think we're making progress, and then you get reminded that these people exist and are interacting with black children, are interacting with black people every day. And I don't know. It's just like, you would think that we would be past that, but evidently not.
So I saw this post on Facebook and they're like, why do white women love black men? Do you want me to tell you why we love black men? Do you want me to? You know what? Matter of fact, I'm going to give you 10 reasons why white women love black men, okay? Number one, they will hype you up like you just walked the runway. Number two, you can have your hair messed up, sweatpants, hair tied, chilling with no makeup on, and they're still gonna say, babe, you look cute. Number three, they make family cookouts turn into all-day events. Number four, they have a nickname for everyone, including you. Number five, they can make a 45-minute story last and still keep your interest. And number six, they walk into the room like they own the place, just like me. Number seven, the group chats with their friends are pure comedy. And number eight, they can turn any song into a concert, a rap show, whatever you want it to be, baby. We finna make that music, baby. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. There's always two birthday songs, maybe three. And number nine, they keep life interesting because you don't know what's about to happen next. And number 10, they can literally find anyone to do anything that you need. The end. Get you a black man or a white girl.
Worrying about black dudes dating white girls might be the most racist thing we do as a society, as humans. Now, I know it's pretty typical for white dudes to worry about black dudes dating white girls, right? So what I mean is, if you're a white dude dating a white girl and she's like, oh, I had a black ex, they get all insecure, they talk about dick size, performance. Even if it's not true, even if it is a positive stereotype, that is racist, right? Like if a white dude's white girlfriend was like, here's my best friend and it's a girl named Keisha or some shit, you'd be like, that's fine, who gives a fuck that she's black. But if you were like, my ex was black, it's like you could be friends. You're telling me you could be friends with somebody that's black and that's fine. But if you've dated somebody and they're no longer in your life anymore, that's acceptable. That's so crazy to me. Now this is my favorite part. Black girls even more so get to be racist because they'll be like, oh, but they were racist to us first, so everything goes. So the instance would be if you were a black dude dating this black girl and the black girl is like, oh, who's that friend of yours? And it's like, oh, that's John. That's just a white dude. He's my best friend. She'd be fine with that, right? You can be friends with them. But if you were to be like, oh, my ex was white, no longer in my life, by the way, John's still in my life, but this white girl, out of my life. That'd be like playing in the snow, race traitor. And it's like, how is that not racist? How is it worse that you've dated past tense, a white girl, but it's like, it's okay to hate on that and have what are we doing as a society? Oh, and I know all the arguments. I know all of them. I've looked into it. None of them are justifiable. In fact, if you go throughout history, that's how racism starts. It starts with something that's justifiable, and then it just turns into racism. That's how it works, right? I mean, you thought we wouldn't notice? You thought we wouldn't notice that is just straight up racism? Y'all weren't too worried about race, man. That shit, I'm telling you, that shit is not even real. Dating based off of race is so unserious. This shit is 2026.
So from those clips, you can see that some of these white women are really unbothered. They don't care. So some of them have been told things like, black men belong only maybe to black women. Why are you taking our black men? However, they are responding that black men do not belong to anyone. No one owns them and they are free to date whoever they want. And really, these are some of the comments that people put in some people's videos or posts without even thinking. For example, someone comments something like, you are hurting black women. How are you hurting black women? Most of the black women do not even also care about whom the black men date But you find some people giving such comments. I think some of them comment so that they instigate something or hateful reactions from, say, black women. Otherwise, most black women do not care about whom black men date. And of course, this one is also very common, where some white men say that they do not want white women who have dated black men. Maybe they think that they can no longer maybe satisfy them. Of course, with those common assumptions of the BBC. Yeah, and then many of them also comment about white women who date black men are erasing their bloodline. We have seen this in those clips where those white men were really concerned and kind of disgusted that this German girl or lady dated a black man or preferred to date a black man. It's like they are betraying their families, they are betraying their grandparents for dating black men, and is a very common comment. But I think all this comes back to being hateful, being racist, like why should you mix with them, all those racist things that we can think of. So when a white woman mixes, some of them see it as disgusting, like an abomination, like it shouldn't happen. How could you do that? So some are just generally hated for dating black men. Another woman there was accused of being the provider in that relationship. However, she's proving that that is not true. She is treated as a woman, and her black husband plays his role as a man, providing for her, providing for his family, just like any other man is expected to do. So I think sometimes before people criticize, they need to analyze, they need to understand something and not just assuming things just because they associate whiteness with riches or wealth, and then blackness with poverty and suffering. So some of them think that these white women are the breadwinners in these interracial relationships. These are the assumptions that people always have. I don't know why they think that someone from another race cannot satisfy another person, and more so a white woman and a black man. And of course, this one goes back to stereotypes about black men. So generally, I think some people still have racial prejudices in a way that even if society has changed, racial prejudice hasn't completely disappeared. For some people, the idea of dating or marrying outside their race is still something that they struggle to accept. So when they see a white woman and a black man, they may react negatively just because maybe it challenges the beliefs that they grew up with. So the bigger lesson here is that people will always have their opinions. No matter who you date, someone somewhere will probably disagree. But at the end of the day, the people who are in the relationship are the ones to live their lives and not the critics. Yeah, so that is it. What do you think about this negativity? Drop your thoughts in the comment, and please, if you're new here, remember to subscribe, hit that like button. Thank you so much for watching, and let's catch up in the next one.